What's up guys and welcome. You are watching Fazi Fitness. So let's start this video with the most recent physique update from Goodvito. Now if the bodybuilding community haven't already been talking about Goodvito enough, well this will certainly make them do. Because if Goodvito is starting this year with Detroit Pro, which is happening after FIBO Germany and the Arnold Brazil, that makes him roughly 10 weeks out. And just look at the separation in his quads, this far out of the shoe. That is just bonkers. Now the quads have always been his biggest strengths, even when he wasn't even an IFBB pro. They were so damn awesome, but from the looks of it, it seems like the man is gonna take him to a whole different level. Now I am not really sure that people actually realize how great Goodvito can be and how high this man can go. I mean, he was able to beat Martin Fitzwater in a number of shots last year in Detroit Pro. Yes, Martin evolved a lot since Detroit Pro last year. But the thing is, from that point onwards, so did Goodvito. And I believe we should expect some major improvements from Goodvito the next time he steps on stage, which is gonna be in 10 weeks time. Because the thing is, he did not compete after Detroit Pro last year. He went into a very long off season to work on his weak points, to put on some more muscle, some more mass in all of his weak areas. For instance, his back and his chest, especially in the side shots. Because the thing is, his upper body that needs to catch up to his lower half, and he also needed more density in the arms from the side. Now there is some similarity between Martin and Goodvito, as both of these guys are almost of the same age, and both these guys has this ability to get shredded inside out. Neither Rafael Brandao nor Tony Burton, both of whom are top 10 in the world at the Olympia level, they were better than Goodvito, especially in terms of conditioning, at his pro debut, which was the Arnold Brazil last year. So if you guys ask me, I think we are gonna see Goodvito on the Olympia stage this year, and he can be a very good contender for the top 10 at his Olympia debut. Guys, Mr. Olympia Signature Series, that is now live on hostile.com. Use the code FAZI10 to get 10% discount, and click the arrow below to check out all the Hostile products. So all of the old school bodybuilding fans must know and remember this guy, Evan Centopani, rocking a bit of dad bod hair in his latest physique update. Well, I have got to say the man still looks better than 99% of the people, especially of his age group. So, massive respect for Evan Centopani. Now, it is kinda too bad. His career was cut short due to an injury. And that is the reality for any type of professional sport. You are just one injury away, and your professional career is gonna be over. And you guys will be surprised that Evan tore his quads, not doing any type of heavy squatting. The man just slipped on black ice, and he was required to go through a surgery, and Evan just wasn't able to compete afterwards, after that quad tear. Although for those of you guys who do not know, he actually did try to make a comeback in 2020 for the New York Pro, but that got cancelled due to COVID. Now Evan did place top 8 at the peak of his offseason, at the Olympia level. That was back in 2012, but the most shocking upset that Evan was able to make on any bodybuilding stage, that was beating the Blade Dexter Jackson back in 2011 at Flex Pro show. Because the thing is, that just wasn't supposed to happen. But that is part of history now. So Evan hasn't competed since 2016, and the man is now 42 years old, which just goes to show you that he had to retire too early from competitive side of bodybuilding. But I guess we have all benefited from Evan's YouTube channel regarding the meal prep and all that bodybuilding stuff that can be so helpful for all the young up-and-coming guys. Next up, we have an update from Rubiel Mosera aka Nexilla. Well, it is his birthday, so the man deserves to enjoy a little bit. But we are very much looking forward to him stepping on the stage, hopefully at the New York Pro this year. So Chris Cormier just released never before seen videos of Rubiel Mosera practicing posing. And all you have got to do is to see how big of a freak Rubiel Mosera is, and watch the legend Kevin Levoni's reaction here upon watching Rubiel the first time back in 2023, just before his pro debut in Prague. Where he placed third, beating a guy like Nathan Diasha, and so many people like Nick Walker had him beating Michael Krizo as well. Now that was undoubtedly the best of Rubiel ever, and that really put him on the map. And afterwards people had such high expectations from him. But the thing is, Rubiel just had such a bad year last year, where he committed to doing multiple shows. But for whatever reason, he chose to pull out of all of them, except for Dubai Pro. Now, I guess the past is the past, and the man really needs to figure out whether he wants to become a top IFB pro, or just a freak of nature, and just a big guy on social media and Instagram. Now, he was able to beat the likes of Nathan D'Asia at his first show ever. So, I have got to say the man is the real deal, if he is in shape, if he brings the condition. Now, we did not get to see the best of Rubiel last year at the Dubai Pro show, because this picture from that same prep, that just goes to show us how insane the man was looking just a few weeks out. Look at that chest and how dry the man is. So hopefully 2025 is gonna be that year when Rubiel brings his all-time best and qualifies for Miss Olympia. Next up, we have an update from Rafael Brandao, who by the way is looking smaller and softer than usual. But the thing is, that was very well expected, because he had a very long season in 2024, because he did both the Arnolds, the Arnold Ohio and the Arnold Brazil. Then he did Miss Olympia and one show in the post-Olympia tour, which was Romania Pro. And he announced that he is gonna take up to 3 months off to make sure he is 100% healthy, clean out his system, fully detox, before starting the push phase for this upcoming year. Because we have to keep in mind, he is already qualified for Miss Olympia next year. And we have to keep in mind, Rafael still desperately needs to put on some more size, some more mass, if he wants to have a chance of cracking that top 6 at Mr. Olympia level. Now for some reason, the best physique of Rafael Brandao last year, that was presented at the Arnold Ohio, the first show that he did, when he stood next to a guy like Samson Dauda, and he was in a way better condition than Samson. But size was a major factor that hindered him from placing high at the Olympia, and from beating Samson as well. So it turns out Rafael doesn't have that kind of physique. That gets better as he competes more, because his physique actually declined as he competed in more and more shows last year. And his aim this time, that is to present a much bigger and a better package at this year's Miss Olympia. So he was top 8 from this past Miss Olympia in the world, which by the way is his best placing to date. But it was a disappointment for him, as Rafael was so confident that he is gonna crack top 5 in the world last year. So if Rafael Brandao can put on more size, for instance the kind of size that guys like Samson and Andrew Jack has, Rafael has all the tools to fight for that Miss Olympia title, because he has those top tier aesthetics, great skin texture, he showcases immense detail. But not everyone has this ability to pack on mass like Samson Dauda does. Next up is the physique update of Niall Darwin, aka One Punch Taz, who apparently went through an injury, but thankfully nothing serious. So this is him during that off-season phase, and something about him is very clear. He has this ability to stay very lean and in an insane condition, even at such a heavy body weight, and his waistline that stays super small, even in that growth phase. Now Niall has that kind of physique, where he has those insane proportions, very small waistline, huge quads, insane X-frame, and he can be a future classic physique Miss Olympia. Now he stood next to Ramon Dino last year in the post-Olympia tour. And although he got beat by him, because Ramon is a veteran with a lot more density and muscle maturity, but Niall's overall proportions, they were just way more impressive than Ramon. That sweep on his quads, relative to his waistline, that is just insanity. And he is steadily getting better and better from the back as well. So he was top 11 at the Olympia last year, which was his Olympia debut. And everything about his physique, that speaks out loud that he is 100% moving up some ranks this year at the Olympia. And do not be surprised if this guy even makes it to the first call out at the Olympia as soon as this year, and he performs better than expected. So hit the thumbs up button if you liked the video, and smash the subscribe button if you wanna come back for more. Thanks for watching.